Hello there! I'm doing a top 10 video for every single type in Dokkan for the end of 2020. Last week was Extreme Tech and this week is Super INT. I looked at all the LRs and Dokkan Fest exclusives, but to save my brain, I limited other units to only those who were released or got some sort of awakening in 2020. And like before, I've considered a variety of factors from overall utilities, their stats, effectiveness at their design role, how well they function in endgame content like Super Battle Road, the Legendary Goku event, and Infinite Dragon Ball history, as well as how much their weaknesses limit them and their accessibility to players. And as always, you're welcome to disagree with me. Let me know in the comments if you do, just please be civil. Okay, so number 10 is Vados. It was difficult to decide between the support Gohan and Vados, but Vados brings a lot more to the table while offering similar levels of support to a good handful of units. She provides 60% support to several Super Saiyan Blue and God Vegetas, as well as Beerus units, and provides 40% to many others. However, she also provides added utility in sealing, attack debuffing, and even occasional orb changing. While her stats aren't overwhelming, she certainly goes above and beyond her supportive role. Number 9 is this World Tournament Gohan, who is actually really good. Most of his boosts are calculated separately and they're all very easy to achieve, so he ends up getting up to 296% attack and 156% defense. Additionally, he also supports Android and Cell Saga allies, which is quite a nice touch. While he is a World Tournament reward, his SSR has been around since 2017. When he gets featured on the banner again, I do highly recommend using some of your World Tournament reward tickets on him. Free-to-play Rosie takes the number 8 spot. Because of the way her passive is worded, she gets to infinitely get 22% more attack every turn she's on rotation with a Kakunsa or a Ribrianne unit, both of which have excellent free-to-play units. Her super attack then also stacks defense and will also seal if you have that Kakunsa or Ribrianne attacking in the same turn. And even further, she also has special pose support, which normally wouldn't be that big of a deal, but when her linking partner also falls into that category and also supports, it adds up. She's a great unit for the Legendary Goku event or Infinite Dragon Ball history and still offers utility for Super Battle Road, while remaining free to play and very accessible and easy to farm. And I covered it in my Super Tech Top 10 video, but this Goten and his linking partner Super Tech Trunks are incredible. When they're linked together, they each get 70% damage reduction and 274% attack because of the way their boosts are calculated. They've been in the general pool for years, so a lot of the player base has them. If Super INT didn't get as many good units as it did this year, they would definitely be higher. Alright, so Kid Goku, he go punch really hard. He does take a while to build up to his full potential and his links are a little limited to just his category partners, but the link level update helped him out immensely. His links got a major boost and now he starts off quite strong and just continues to get stronger. Not to mention the fantastic active skill animation that stole my heart. Literally, I'm dying. Supreme Kai and Kibito have awful links, but they absolutely make up for it with the sheer amount of utility they bring to Super Battle Road. They start off with a 50% stun chance, 30% attack and defense debuffing on the attacked enemy, which is an important distinction, a 50% dodge chance, and healing, all while having actually decent stats. Then, whenever you feel like you need it, you can transform them and get 1 guaranteed stun, super attack ceiling, and attack and defense debuffing for every enemy, while still keeping your healing and getting a little bit more powerful. This kit is basically everything you would want for Super Battle Road. Unfortunately for them, a lot of this is pretty useless for the longer events like the Legendary Goku event and Infinite Dragon Ball history, but they make it to this list for just how much of an asset they are for SPR. And future Gohan isn't talked about much since he hasn't come back in a long time, however he's honestly quite a versatile unit, if kind of an awkward one. In his base form, he provides support for bonds of Master and Disciple allies and pretty decent defense if you super first, and if you get low he gets even tankier with 58% damage reduction. Then if you have a teen or future Trunks unit, he almost certainly is going to transform and then his entire role changes. He gets the damage reduction permanently, but he loses his defense. He stops supporting allies, but he gets buffed based on how many Master and Disciple allies are on the rotation with him. And as a bonus, he ends up stacking attack. It's a little bit awkward because you can't stop this transformation, so that means you have to make the choice of what you need in the team building phase, by either bringing a Trunks or not. That being said, he's pretty great in both forms, so he ends up on my list. Alright, we're getting into the really heavy hitters now. Super Saiyan 2 Angel Goku will fight Boo and kill you is just really strong. As long as you give him at least 3 orbs, which really isn't difficult to do, he's getting at least 160% attack and defense, plus whatever bonus you have based on your HP. Now, I've been checking Rainbow showcases to make sure I get a good sense of what each unit on my top 10 and tier list can do, and I just need to point out that on turn 1 with level 10 links and, granted, 2 supports, he was hitting 5 million. That's just in his base form with full HP. Later on in this showcase, which of course is linked in the description, when DBZ World was low on HP, he hit 7 million. Again, that's just in his base form. When he transforms, if you ever get that because the condition is annoying, he gets even better. While you do lose defense as you lose HP, which is obviously not ideal, you'll also see his power just skyrocket. So really, this guy gets into the list on his sheer power, as well as his good handful of good categories. LR Vegito is consistent. They're strong and they have been for years. They've been around for so long and on so many of the best banners that a lot of the player base should have at least one copy of them. They lead a good category, they have several categories that they can be useful on, they're still decent for longer events and can be useful in Super Battle Road too. They don't have all the sparkles and glitter in their passive that other units have, but they are reliably good. It is very easy to hit the 18 key with them because of their extra key per rainbow orb. And while their transformation is difficult to achieve, it's actually become more relevant with the release of Infinite Dragon Ball History and the Legendary Goku event. When your items for healing are limited, a free heal towards the latter half of the fight can be clutch. That being said, it really isn't necessary for them to transform to be good. They still hit very respectable numbers in their base form, and that's what keeps them in my number 2 spot. And while I personally dislike units with so much RNG, INT Gotenks is absolutely the best Super INT unit in the game. Let's just start with the fact that he has 11 categories, 8 to 9 of which are really good and he can find a place on. While limited, his special pose leader skill is workable with the Kakunsa and Rosie rotation helping to fill the gaps. Plus, there's actually quite a lot of supports in this category, many of which are free to play. The category has definitely gotten better since it was first released on JP. But now we have to talk about how his transformations fit exactly the roles you need them for each mode. In Super Battle Road, Gotenks will usually be stuck in his Super Saiyan 1 form, which thankfully gives you a 70% chance to stun the attacked enemy. While I dislike how inconsistent his boosts are, even in the unlikely situation where none of them activate, you still have 100% attack and defense, plus a 50% boost from your super attack. But since each boost does have a 50-50 shot of activating, it's likely that you're going to be even better. But then in the longer content, you've got his Super Saiyan 3 form. Right off the bat, his boosts are calculated separately, so you end up with a 300% attack boost when performing a super attack. On top of that, you have a 70% chance to super a second time, followed by whatever chance you have from hidden potential if you invested in a third super. Each of those being quite a bit of damage. So as much as the RNG personally irks me, I don't think there's any denying that he is the best Super INT unit in the game right now. He's usable on many categories, including 2 categories that is a little bit limited for amazing units. He has the right kit for all the endgame content. He's just exactly what Dokkan needs right now. Now, did you have a different top 10 in mind? Let me know what yours is in the comments down below, and don't miss this Sunday for my full Super INT tier list. If you want to see where the tech units land, check out the playlist on your screen, and make sure to subscribe to get a personalized Halloween ghost that tells you when I put out new videos. And finally, I hope you all have a good day, a good week, a good life, and happy summons. Goodbye.